Former All Blacks player Sean Fitzpatrick believes that Rassie Erasmus's work is shaping the Springboks into something comparable to the legendary New Zealand team of 2011 and 2015. And when one of the biggest names in world rugby says this, it's something that cannot be ignored. The Springboks, who won the 2023 Rugby World Cup, matched New Zealand's feat 8 years earlier by winning the tournament back-to-back. But while the All Blacks dominated between tournaments, South Africa's results were more inconsistent. Still, since their success in France, the Boks have been showing impressive performances, even with the narrow defeat to Ireland in July. So far, the team has won all 4 Rugby Championship matches, including consecutive victories over the All Blacks in Johannesburg and Cape Town. For Fitzpatrick, Erasmus's work is key to this success, as he explained in an interview with Rapport. The All Blacks, who won the World Cup crown consecutively in 2011 and 2015, had a group of 36 players, each of whom could play in a final without sacrificing quality. This is exactly what Rassie is doing by giving all of his players exposure to a variety of competitive environments. Fitzpatrick also highlighted Erasmus's ability to recognize the impact of players coming off the bench, something that was decisive in the last Rugby World Cup, especially with Kwagga Smith. He said, "This has long since dawned on Rassie, with the understanding that impact players like Kwagga Smith made during the World Cup tournament last year." In addition to Fitzpatrick, John Robbie, former Ireland and British and Irish Lions scrum half, also praised the current South African team. Although Ireland topped the world rankings and has a better recent record against the Springboks, Robbie pointed out that what really matters is what happens on the field. As he stated, "All that matters is what happens on the field. The scoreboard is the only ranking. My Irish mates get mad when I point out that Ireland have no World Cup title to show for it, even though they've been #1 a couple of times. The Boks, on the other hand, have already won a record 4 times. Based on that alone, they must be considered one of the very best of all time." However, Robbie does see an area where the Boks can still improve: the attack. He praised the hiring of Tony Brown as the attack coach, but highlighted that there is still work to be done. The backs still run too sideways, and this is taboo. The tries they do score are mostly thanks to individual brilliance. Scoring backline tries against well-organized defenses only comes with time. Rassie is also putting together 3 great teams, with at least 3 outstanding players in each position, similar to the great All Black teams of a decade ago. Despite these observations, Robbie praised the team's progress since their 38-3 defeat to Ireland 7 years ago. He also commented on how the Boks have won over many South Africans who previously refused to support the team, which he sees as a milestone in South African rugby history. Now, with 3 great teams in the making, each with at least 3 outstanding players per position, Robbie believes we are living through an era that will be remembered as one of the most remarkable in rugby history. So, what do you think? Is Rassie Erasmus building a team that stands among the greatest of all time? Leave your opinion in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep up with all the latest news in world rugby.